Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Did tell myself I'd have a few nights to a week off the ale post Indie Man weekend, but no, that didn't happen. So today, going back over to the mighty Northern Monk, and this is a can of the Chocolate Fudge Brownie Stout. Treat yourself to a can of gooey, sticky, rich and decadent Chocolate Fudge Brownie Stout. Certainly looks the part on the artwork, as a ghost or a poltergeist has just tried to harm me with the lid off the linen basket. Yeah, 8.4% ABV, not bad for a school night ale. Of course, pick this up from Tesco's, disclaimer. So, let's see what we get with this one. I got this at the same time that I got the pumpkin spice latte, and picked up 2 cans of the pumpkin spice, a can of this, and a can of the Brewdog coffee stout. So it was a nice stout, heavy. Oh, and I also picked up a 4-pack of Sup, which is a fantastic drain beer. But yeah, I think Northern Monk have, I always make these points, but a great balance of still creating, don't know where my watch has gone, just realised, and my arm just clicked for 2 or 3 times then. I'm just slowly, like, falling down into a hole of decrepitness. And quarter-life crisis, or could be 3/4-life crisis, or half-life crisis, midlife crisis, not half-life crisis. Although that would be a good name for a Half-Life mod that blends Half-Life and the Crisis games. I don't know. Yeah, I've had a real hankering to get some decks and learn how to become a DJ, because it was Ed Banger Records' 20th birthday, which, you know, it's amazing, isn't it, how different generations, obviously, because we're from different generations, have what they see as landmark periods of their life and, like, social history that was... Oh, my watch is over here. Yeah, those moments where, God, it makes me feel old, because I've been a big fan of Ed Banger Records since, not since I was 13, 14, but maybe a couple of years, mainly when, you know, Justice had started to really gain some traction. Just before Edrec Volume 2 is when I really started to get into it. And it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, it shapes you as a person. It shapes your, like, appreciation of culture, art, music. Makes you realise how much of my late teens and 20s I actually wasted, because I'm socially awkward now and very anxious. But back then I was terrified to do anything. And, you know, that was the perfect opportunity for me to start getting into, like, music production, DJing. Not like being, like, superstar DJ, but just the idea of your income coming from playing music that, of course, music that you like, but mainly music that the audience likes. So just people dancing and having fun, and you're providing that and you're getting paid for it. So yeah, I'm really, really tempted to get that, just because I'd like to see if I could do it. And I also want to get a skateboard, but I keep saying that, and I keep saying these things, but they never come to fruition, because the anxious teenager in me is like, oh no, I couldn't do that. What would I look like on stage looking up? Do you know what I mean? These stupid thoughts that you blame for not doing it, when really it's just because of you in general. So yeah, don't know why I went off on that bit of a tangent, but it is what it is. So beer in the glass then. I've even got a DJ name, O Pietro. And my record label will be the Casual Smokers Collective. A Casual Smokers compilation. Do you know what I mean? I've got these ideas. I've even got a jacket for me to wear while I'm DJing. A gold bomber jacket with Top of the Pops-ish style neon writing with O Pietro. And like neon lights on stage. Just amazing. Do you know what I mean? And it's probably never going to happen. Mainly because I think, well, mind you, Stephen Hendry, not Stephen Hendry, oh my God, what's the snooker player? Started to DJ post, or he might have been doing it while he was still an amazing snooker player. But do you know what I mean? And let's be honest, loads of people change their career and get into DJing, but they've already got a pre-established fan base. They're already known in the industry, so, you know, that's another excuse I'm making. But it wouldn't even be about that. Do you know what I mean? It'd just be good to put a DJ set together or put out like a mix. Do you know what I mean? So that wasn't the poltergeist, that was just my clumsiness. Getting a bit excited and anxious thinking about it. Anyway, should we just have a look at the beer? You really don't want to know how my mind works. Jet black pretty much in the glass. No head to speak of, just a lining because I've talked so much. Let's see what we get on the nose. Oh my God. It's Chocolate Fudge Brownie. Oh man, that smells absolutely wonderful. It really, really does. It's like chocolate, you know, sauce for ice cream. Like a dark, rich caramel. A little bit of those cakey, spicy notes in there. Oh man. It's like got legitimacy, but also, what's the word? You know, the word for flavourings, not prosthetic. That's a completely different discussion. Authentic. The word just won't come to my head because, of course, I'm recording a video, so I say that as if I'm a fucking wordsmith. But my grasp of the English language diminishes. Artificial. Do you know what I mean? That sort of blend of both, but it works beautifully well. Oh man. Like Ben & Jerry's, Tony's chocolate, that sort of thing. I'm just going to shut up and give it a taste because it smells fucking amazing. Cheers. Absolutely wonderful. Just makes you think, how is this so widely available in supermarkets? We're not going to even get into that discussion. I'd say on the taste, oh God, stain this fine example of a moustache. Those sweet, decadent flavours you get on the nose, they do come through on the flavour. That being said, there's a little bit more of a darker chocolate, a little bit more bitterness. Reminds me of, you know, cheap dark chocolate shards. I said shards with a D. Thankfully, I never sharded over the weekend in Manchester, although if you smelt mine and Blue Nose Beer Reviews hotel room, you might think differently. Yeah. For some reason I've got stracciatella. There was a, oh, he's talking about Germany again. There was a brand of yogurt that did like loads of different flavours, and one of them was, is it pronounced stracciatella or stracciatella? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But it's reminding me of that, the little dark chocolate pieces. You're of course getting a really nice roasty flavour from the stout. It's got a really nice body to it. Velvety smoothness. There is a real decadence to this. This is chilled down as well. So that always for me adds almost like a chocolate milkshake or chocolate milk sort of character to a stout like this. Just so full of flavour though. And I don't know if I actually like completed my train of thought when I was talking about Northern Monk having that great balance of creating new, interesting, high quality beers, but also having some really fantastic stuff, albeit some of them gimmicky, in the supermarkets. And when Northern Monk does like gimmicky beers like the Aunt Bessie's stuff, the Henderson's Relish stuff, that paint collab that they did, like Seabrooks, and then they did the pub snacks sort of thing, which I didn't actually try, so I'm not going to use that as an example. 9 times out of 10, you're still getting a good beer that sometimes is fun and gimmicky, but they know how to brew fantastic beer, and they still do that. It's a beautiful balance, and I think they've mastered that. They've gone into the supermarkets. He said he wasn't getting into this discussion. He's getting into this discussion. You know, they have gone into the supermarkets, and there's countless examples who will not be named who have done that, and they sort of lose a bit of who they are. And I don't like the term selling out. I hate people who get annoyed and so emotionally attached when it comes to, doesn't matter what company it is and what matter industry it is, where they go, oh, they sold out. It's like, what? They saw an opportunity to do something that they're good at and make a fuck ton of money from it. Do you know what I mean? So I'll never begrudge anyone of that. I mean, sometimes you get some really scummy where it like completely turns, and anyway. But they've got that great balance, and this is a fantastic stout. Beautifully rich. There's a nice earthy, bitter, hop-like character right on the back end, which reminds you that you're drinking a beer. So a great base stout, and the flavours, it does exactly, pardon the pun, what it says on the tin. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. I've not had too many stouts from Northern Monk as of late, but that will definitely be buy again. I will definitely be buying that beer again. So yeah, that was Northern Monk's Chocolate Fudge Brownie Stout, 8.4%, masks the ABV brilliantly. You would expect that with all those flavours that are in there, artificial, legitimate, whatever. It tastes good. It doesn't take away from a high quality beer, and I think Northern Monk are just churning out consistently good beers. You're not going to enjoy every single beer that they release just because of the specific hops or styles or like yeast strain or malt used. I'm starting to get out of breath for no reason. But God, I am really getting out of breath now. Please, God, take me. Yeah, fantastic stuff. It really, really is. Highly, highly recommended. Unless you don't like stouts or fun. So yeah, if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. And yeah, I've got loads of Northern Monk reviews on the channel. One of my favourite breweries. But I don't let my love for a brewery cloud my judgment in reviews. If a brewery that I absolutely love and adore makes a beer that I flat out don't like, I'll say it. And if there's a brewery that I'm not the biggest fan of that produces a really good beer, I'll say it. But if Northern Monk want to send some stuff over, then that's, you know. Plus, I like the merch as well. That's always a plus. Anyway, I feel like it's staining my face. Links in the description. Thank you all for watching, and you dead.